Hi, my name is ColdBeer and let's start with the Altars. This is a sci-fi survival game with a unique twist. You play as Jan Dolsky, the lone survivor of a crash-landed expedition on a hostile planet. To survive, you must form a new crew for your mobile base, and that is not something anyone would call a casual thing. You will have to use a substance called Rapidium to create alternative versions of yourself, each one shaped by a different important decision from your past that never existed, but could. For that you will use the quantum computer on board your base to simulate alternate outcomes of your past choices and uncover different variations of your life. Each altar comes with unique skills and emotional depths, and these variations offer both opportunities and challenges as you navigate personal struggles and manage the fragile dynamics of your crew. People are praising game's storytelling and complexity. It is a smart sci-fi survival game that blends genres and lets you dive into dangerous alien world. Worshippers of Cthulhu. Have you already sacrificed a goat for our Lord Cthulhu this morning? Wait, what do you mean by no? Shame on you, infidel! Anyway, I tried the game already and I can without a doubt say that this is an interesting city builder, where you will have to decide the fate of your followers, perform eldritch rituals and master the art of city planning, in a world where the line between sanity and madness blurs. Here you are not a harbinger of destruction, but a herald of cosmic rebirth. Your purpose is not to sow chaos, but to embrace the inevitable evolution that awaits us all. You know, at first our Lord will turn us into a fish people or something. You know, something great, maybe even into squid people, because humanity is insignificant, pitiful in its smallness and filled with weaklings. Just look at the mirror. I'm joking. Come on, please subscribe.
Do it now.
So our presence is only a fleeting whisper in the cosmic winds, and only by awakening Cthulhu we can transcend our feeble existence. Anyway, here you will lead the cult where your decisions shape the destiny of each follower. You will decide whether they toil, conquer, or devote their lives to dark rituals. Manage usual day-to-day intricacies of cult affairs, from proclaiming dogmas to announcing celebrations and engaging with devoted servants. All these efforts converge toward a singular goal: awakening your god. That is a great idea, no doubt. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, shut up.
Sir Whoopass, Immortal Death. Here you are, Sir Whoopass, a valiant knight with a heart of gold, and also the accidental architect of absolute anarchy and chaos in a once perfect world. Through a series of poor life choices, you managed to screw everything up, and now it's up to you to fix things by defeating your arch-nemesis. Also, the quest for the legendary villain-beating artifact will take you across the world of Weird Wood. Yeah, the name is perfect. And you will wander through the forests, delve into the swampy caves and explore various musty places in your way for glory or failure, I don't judge. Along the way you will find various treasures, buried secrets, and will learn why your mama is bigger than mine. Well, maybe not the latter, that is a secret universe will keep for itself, no offense. People are saying that the game is some weird mix between Magicka, Dark Souls, Serious Sam and your dad jokes. Game has a very positive review score and is hungry for your sweet loving touch.
You touch my tra-la-la.
My ding ding dong.
Black Skylands. This is a steampunk experience that combines elements of open world, sandbox, top-down shooter and action-adventure games. Here you'll become a skilled and valiant young sky marshal fighting to protect your people from the invading bad guys. You will take command of your own airship and embark on a journey through a world of boundless skies. Gather resources to craft powerful weapons, upgrade your ship to new heights, unearth ancient secrets and engage in beautiful battles. When I played the alpha or demo version of this game a few years ago, I was really impressed by the style of the game. It surely draws inspiration from Hayao Miyazaki and his creations. Also, do yourself a favor and prepare for yourself some Abney Park, Steam Powered Giraffe and other soundtracks from steampunk bands. This way you can truly elevate your experience with Black Skylands, that's for sure. Zombie Army 4: Dead War. Hitler's hordes are back for more. Abominable occult enemies, epic weapons, and a harrowing new campaign for 1 to 4 players await you in 1940s Europe, as you will have to fight to save humankind from undead Armageddon. The game offers huge new levels where you uncover a sinister plan that takes you across Italy and beyond. You will fight the forces of darkness in corpse-riddled canals, survive a zombie zoo, and journey to dark, inexplicable places no person has been before and live to tell the tale. The game is also armed with the old good X-ray kill camera. You can watch in slow motion as bullets, bombs, and other stuff destroy bones and flesh in a see-through vision. Ain't gonna lie, that is really satisfying. And when zombies surround you, you can fight back in melee combat as well. Game has a very positive review score, and the only thing people are mainly complaining about is that this is a third-person only game. No first-person shooting action here, sadly. Trailmakers. Here you will build a car, plane or boat, or mash them all together as a transforming car plane boat and explore the world. You can play the campaign, learn the basics of building and try piloting various vehicles. Go to one of the sandbox maps and build a mechanical potato you always dreamed of owning in real life. The game offers a variety of weapons you can use to build the biggest, baddest vehicle and utilize it against your foes or even friends in epic skirmishes. From miniguns to rocket launchers, bombs and smart guns. Your preferred choice of mayhem is waiting for you here. People are saying that the game is super fun and a bit addictive. Some of the players have hundreds of hours of playtime on record, so be aware that this game may keep your virginity safe and sound for a long time. War for the Overworld. This is a strategy-based building RTS where you will excavate and build your own dungeon. Yes, you are almighty evil dungeon master or mistress. Here you can choose from over 60 rooms, spells, potions, rituals, defenses and constructs as you progress through the game. Just be warned, the game is quite fast-paced, so you'll have to build like a swift underlord you are, or else your beautiful dungeon creatures might not win against the ugly, puny heroes. In the game you can also build your own maps and campaigns, so unleash that inner creator you borrowed somewhere deep down under the bed long time ago. It's your time to shine. People on Steam are calling this game a spiritual successor of Dungeon Keeper. You know, with all the dark humor, evil creatures and evil you. Galacticare. Here you will become director of your own interstellar healthcare company and cure the weirdest diseases of the galaxy. You will design, furnish and upgrade your hospital, hire doctors with distinct traits and backgrounds, and try not to kill anyone with weird experiments. And your patients come in all shapes and sizes, from miniature lemurs to entire planets. You know, what to do if Solaris has a cold or something. It's for you to find out, and that is not always a very easy task. So to be sure, ask your parents if they are not siblings before diving into this adventure. Anyway, here you will provide healthcare for musical festivals, deep space prisons, communal space farms and industrial disasters. Or you can go wild in a sandbox mode. You will have to develop your relationship with each species and earn rewards from their cultures. In my opinion, the game is a bit underrated. You know, like your virginity saves you from paying alimonies left and right. And I'm sorry, that time with the priest doesn't count. Thalassa, Edge of the Abyss. I am almost sure that you never heard about this game. It is not favored by Steam algorithm in any way. So as developers say, this is a single-player, first-person psychological drama set in 1905. And for me it is kinda obvious that this is a walking simulator as well. Nothing bad with that. Just keep in mind that here you won't be running shooting Cthulhu minions. Any minions to be fair, because the game is set in our reality and has almost no fantasy elements. So here you will explore a sunken vessel and try to crack its secrets. Just don't read the game's description on Steam, the first part is a spoiler fest. Another case of saving money on a good commercial writer. They never learn. Anyway, this looks like a really fun game. The Witness. I hate this game. The Witness is for smart people with great memory, and I'm none of these people. And although I like puzzles and all that, but by playing Witness I realized that I'm way dumber than I imagined. So if you like to test your memory and IQ, this is a great title for you. Just keep in mind that the results can be a bit disappointing. The game itself is set on a beautiful open-world island where you have to crack all the riddles to unveil a terrible secret. If you are not some puzzle maniac, you will never get there. But at least the game will show you your limits. Nobody saves the world. When an ancient calamity reawakens, who can save the world? And the answer is nobody. That's you. You are nobody. Not in real life. In real life, you are an awesome, beautiful person. Never doubt that. Now, subscribe. So here you'll master the art of transformation to become a slug, ghost, dragon, a horse, or someone else. Like an egg, for example. Actually, here you'll find more than 15 distinct forms you can become of. You can mix and match abilities in unexpected ways to unlock and complete even more challenging quests. You can explore a vast overworld on your own or with a friend online. This game is not only beautifully drawn, but it's kinda crazy as well, just like your sister. Atom RPG Trudograd, or as I call it, Soviet Fallout Union. Because it is basically a Fallout game, just here instead of a wanderer you will be called Comrade a lot. You will be thrown into alternative history. In 1986 the Soviet Union and the Western Bloc were destroyed in mutual nuclear bombings, and you are one of the survivors of the nuclear holocaust. Your mission is to explore the wild and wondrous world of the Soviet wasteland. Because, you know, you can get wasted here in so many meanings. For example, once I just ran into a minefield and died. I just ignored some danger mine signs and went to communist paradise with angry people standing in long lines to buy some doctor's sausage made from cardboard, perestroika everywhere, and Belomorka null cigarettes. Or maybe to communist hell full of capitalist money, sex and supermarkets. Anyway, here you will stream for the better communists tomorrow, and along with that you will have to investigate stuff, various stuff, a lot of stuff. Trudograd is the second part of Atom RPG, but it's completely standalone piece. You don't need to know anything from the first part. And to be honest, I like Trudograd way more than the first part, so I'm recommending it instead. Also keep in mind that this is not a Russian game. You can buy it and you won't be supporting Putin in any way. That is great. Traveler's Rest. This is a tavern management game where you can brew your own beer, run a farm and build relationships. You are an innkeeper on a journey to transform a rundown tavern into a bustling social space. Based in a cheerful fantasy setting, Traveler's Rest is a place to meet people, explore new places and uncover ancient magic. Along your journey you'll discover new things to brew, farm, cook and build to create your perfect fantasy tavern. The game is still in early access but has more than 90% of positive reviews. People on Steam are saying that this game is awesome, and if you like titles like Stardew Valley, it's a must-play. Also, you can smack angry customers away with your mop. IXION. Propelled onwards through a perilous journey, you are the administrator of the mighty space station, charged with finding a new home for humanity. Keeping the station sound and flying will require a firm hand and strategic thinking. You are constantly pulled between maintaining hull integrity, bringing in new resources and managing power consumption. What choices will you make when confronted with impending disaster? What will you discover out there in the dark? Probably nothing good. We all know that Borg is somewhere out there. Yuppie Psycho Executive Edition. Here you will take on the role of Brian Pasternak, a young man with no future in a dystopian 90s society on his first day at one of the world's largest companies. Uncertain, unprepared, and massively unqualified. Will you have what it takes to shine in the company's hierarchy? It all depends on how you perform on your first assignment, and whether you can survive it. Probably not. You know why? Suddenly you discover what your new job actually is. You must hunt the witch, whose powers made the success of the cooperation possible in the first place. Anyway, you will familiarize yourself with your workspace. Use the elevator to discover who's working and what's lurking on every floor of the company. Learn when to chat, when to work, and when to cover in terror from otherworldly beings. The game has above 90% positive review score left by thousands of players, so if pixel art doesn't scare you, it may be the best spoon of potato salad you tasted today. The Precinct. This looks like an old-school GTA game, but it's entirely the opposite. Here you'll become a policeman and will have to catch all the criminals that misbehave in your city. The action is set in the past. The year is 1983, and the technologies are accordingly old. That is cool. I like when they go full on the details. So here you'll dive into a world of thrilling car chases, sandbox crimes, and a healthy dose of noir as you protect the city and solve the mystery of your father's murder in the line of duty. brutality. Developers say that this is a love letter to a classic cop movies, you know, like Lethal Weapon for example. And just like in GTA games, the Precinct combines police sim with sandbox experience. Patrol the streets and respond to callouts to fight criminals. It doesn't matter petty or powerful. Choose your own tactics in chases and shootouts and feel the shifting power struggles of town gangs. I don't know, this may be a gem you were looking for, or at least a nice polished rock. House of the Dying Sun. This is a tactical space shooter that puts you in the cockpit of the Empire's most deadly interceptor and in command of the Harbinger fleet. You will hunt down the enemies of your dying empire and upgrade your warships with new weapons and abilities earned during your campaign of terror. Well, it seems that you are a bad guy here. Anyway, gamers are praising amazing sound design, exciting combat and great visuals. The only bad thing is that the game is super short. Still, longer than your ding-dong. Jokes aside, for you to beat it, it will take less than 4 hours. Although by reading comments on Steam I saw guys who have from 10 to 40 hours of gameplay on record, meaning that the game, at least for some of us, has great replayability. Rain World. Here you are a slug cat. The world around you is full of danger and you must face it alone. Separated from your family in a devastating flood, you must hunt for food and shelter between terrifying torrential flows that threaten to drown all life. So you dream about being not a slug cat but a fish cat instead, but here your dreams, just like in real life, never become a reality. You will climb through the ruins of an ancient civilization, evade the jaws of vicious predators, and discover lands teeming with strange creatures and buried mysteries. And of course, find your family before death finds you. And it would be all nice and all, but I can see a Souls-like among the tags of the game. So be assured, be absolutely 100% warranted that death will find you. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not, well, you know what I mean. People on Steam are talking that Rain World has a very steep learning curve, but once you've mastered it, you start to feel unstoppable. Also, about 90% of positive review score is not a joke. Lamentum. Here you'll find an intriguing story with the best tropes of Bram Stoker and H.P. Lovecraft implemented. I won't spoil you the plot though, all I can say that this is an example of a game that doesn't hold your hand or penis. Here you can combine things to make new things. Sadly, only those things that are meant to be combined can be conjoined together. For example, you can't combine a tooth with a coin or a pineapple with potato salad because that is a blasphemy! The surroundings of the game are made very well and they are kinda creepy. Weird paintings on the walls, blood on the ground and intestines in the bathroom makes your imagination go wild. It is very easy to immerse yourself in this game and take it as a story from a book. But Lamentum is not only a story, here are plenty of dangerous places that are ready to kill you without any hesitation. Monsters are creepy, but if you have a sword or other weapon you can easily chop them to pieces. Although at the beginning you are unarmed and your only weapon is your running capability. Sadly enough, I discovered that I can run only after several deaths.
What a shame.
Yeah. The Dungeon of Naheulbeuk, the Amulet of Chaos. This is a humoristic approach to the serious CRPG genre. The story and whole game is based on a classic humoristic French radio show, so it's filled with French humor. You know, everything is about the baguettes and Eiffel Tower. Also, if you are British, for you this game on Steam costs a few times more than for everyone else, and by buying it you must accept the terms that you agree that France is a way more developed country than United Kingdom is. Then you get a 10% discount. Well, that is of course not true, that was some Lithuanian humor for you, but I guess they could really implement that as a joke as well. Anyway, here you'll find exciting battles with creative support mechanics between team members and an adaptive difficulty system. From an accessible and fun story mode with simplified combat to the nightmare mode, where the smallest tactical errors will doom you. Here you'll also encounter more than 100 enemies and epic boss battles. And you know, not every game must have a serious story, sometimes we all need to relax and this game might be just it.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. And, you know, subscribe or something.